What's up everybody, Teancum here with Sew Yeah Quilting. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how you make this Tunnel of Light quilt. Let's get started. Before we dive right into the cutting instructions, this is a pre-cut friendly quilt. All you need is a pack of jelly rolls and a little bit of solid fabric for the inserts there. In today's video, I've already opened up my jelly roll and pre-cut my fabrics down, which these right here are just 2.5 inch strips that we'll be using for all the strips here behind me. So let's dive right on into this, and I'm going to grab my 10-inch square here, and I'm also going to grab my 2.5 inch strip. Now we need to cut this 10-inch square diagonally, corner to corner, all the way down. Okay guys, so I've got my rotary cutter and a ruler, hopefully, which we do today. Again, corner to corner, just like so. No marking needed on this one, guys. This is a really simple, easy, straightforward quilt block. Although it does look like it's a little bit more difficult because it's off-centered here, but I'm going to show you how to do that. It's very simple. Now what we're going to want to do is separate our halves here, and we're going to keep one half whole, and then we're going to cut this second one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down just like so. And what we want to do is make it so that our bottom side and our left side here are 7 inches long. Very easy to do here. I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to lay it down on my 17-inch line here because I'm at 10, 10, so 7 plus 10 is 17. So I'm going to lay it down on my 17 here. And I've got a 17 right here, just like so. I'm going to cut this piece off. Now that piece was going to be replaced by this white strip here, giving it that look like you see behind me. Well, and it also makes it look like it's a much harder quilt to do than what it actually is. So keep these. There's a lot of things you can do with this. One idea though is put right sides together, and you can make your binding out of all the scraps at the end if you so choose. But what we have so far is we now have our 10-inch here and our 7x7. Now we're going to add in our sashing, as you see here. So I've got my sashing here. You can cut these to length or you can run them long. I'm going to run mine long. It's a little bit easier to work with. I'm going to lay it down right on top of my triangle, and I'm working with the big triangle here. Take this over to the sewing machine. Something to be mindful of here is that this is a bias edge now. That just means that our fabric can stretch a little bit more than if you were doing it just straight edges here. So take your time, let the machine do the work, and try not to pull on it. So now that I got my strip sewn on here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold this open, give it a nice finger press here, guys. And I'm going to just take off a little bit of excess here, following the line of my fabric. That way I don't mess anything up here. And now this piece can be used for the next block and the next block, so on and so forth. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to just put this right here in the middle. Let me make sure you guys can see. I'm going to put this right here in the middle, and you're going to say, hey, it looks a little off. We are going to square this down to make the complete block here. So I'm going to fold this over, and I'm just eyeballing it middle here. I've got my points pointing together. So this is the block that what you should be looking like right now. It's a little funky, but stay with me here and it's going to be a really nice block. Our next step is to iron this out. I'm going to do that right now. So now that we've got this all ironed out flat, we need to pull out our square ruler. Now, straight rulers are great for cutting straight lines, but the square rulers are to square up. And we need to square this block up to be 9.5 inches square. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to first cut this a little bit big and then take that extra step and square it all the way down. So let me just get this right here. I'm going to cut my top edge. And I'm going to slide this over to 9.5 now to get my second edge. And now what I'm going to do is I have this really nice line that goes right here through my ruler. I'm lining up my strip and this line together. That way I know I'm staying straight. Which that right there is 9.5, 9.5. Trim up this side, just a little bit of fuzz more than anything on this side. Now I'm going to rotate my block, move this all the way. Now that I have these two really good squared sides, I can then finish my cutting here, just like so. Now it's a little bit of fuzz here and a little bit more on the top. And just like that, you have your 9.5 by 9.5 block. Very simple block to make, again, using just a layer cake. Now let me show you a little bit about the block construction here. But before we get into that, just a quick little announcement. We do have Black Friday deals going on our pre-cuts this weekend, and it will also give you a chance to enter into our giveaway, which we're giving away a Bernina 335. So definitely check that out, and let's get back into this. So doing your block construction here. This is just one variation of the many ways that you could do this quilt. As you can see here, 4 blocks can make a diamond, and then you can ripple that out as we've done here. You could also just do 4 blocks like this you see here. 1, 2, 3, so you have 3 different diamonds. Lots of things that you can do today, but we'll show you the way that we've done it here. I've got a almost finished sample here. All you have to do is once you get your middle square done, just start echoing it. Keep going around and around and around. The best thing is if you have a design board, go ahead and use it. If not, place it on the floor or somewhere clean that you can finish it off. Now, this is my last row here, so I'm almost there. And as you can see here, gave myself a really good note with the vanishing ink. That way I don't mess this one up. And it's going to go on just like so. You put these together like a normal block construction. You want to do them in rows or blocks. Either one works. I'm doing mine in rows this round. And so I'm going to lay these right sides together. And then sew all the way down, finishing off this row, and I'll show you how you put a row together here in just 1 second. Now that my row's complete, it is time to add it to my quilt top, or to finish this up. And I put a marking on this as well, which is right here. So now what you're going to want to do with your strips here is lay your block on top of each other, get those wonder clips out or pins, which I have some right here, and clip on every seam. That way you can make sure everything stays nice and straight. And take your time here. And it's on over to the sewing machine. What I like to do too is I like to bunch up my excess over here. That way it's not always pulling on me or pulling down on the fabric more than anything. Just like that. Now, I gotta iron this all out, but let me show you what the quilt top looks like before that. Just like so. This is a really fun and fast project to make, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this across the building to our in-house long armor to have this quilt finished up. Now, if you've liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and don't be afraid to share it with your friends. As always, we're going to have instructions on how to make this project down in the description below, along with you can buy some pre-cuts down there, jump on our site, pick some up for yourself. We are giving away a sewing machine at the end of the month, so jump in now, get your entries, that way you can have a chance to win. Last little thing is a friendly reminder that we do have our Tuesday night Newstash and our Saturday night Destash, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go check that out. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Teancum, teaching you how to sew like a pro. We'll see you here next week at Sew Yeah Quilting.